Alright, it's been a long time since I've made one of these, but I wanted to continue doing the tutorial series, and since somebody reached out to me wanting to learn more about mapping, here we are. So, this is the first time that I'm going to show you the editor. Don't worry about all of these buttons. All that you need to know for now is L, which is line depths mode, V, which is vertices mode, and S, which is sectors mode, and also Control D, which is draw lines mode. Okay, so I'm going to show you three things in Doom. First of all is a line depth. So I'm going to enter Control D, click, and drag, and then click again. This is the most basic thing in Doom. It's the line depth. It's what composes the maps, basically. Not only line depths, but other things. Another thing that I want to show to you is the vertice. So I just pressed V to go into vertice mode, and I'm going to right click here, and this is a vertice. See? And what are vertices? They are like the point between one line and the other, basically. Think of your trigonometry classes and you will remember. So just to remind you of your trigonometry classes, let's do some algebra here. So if this is 3 and this is 4, this should be 5, right? Yeah, this is our first figure here is the right angle triangle, right? And what I made when I joined all the lines together is called a sector. So the three units of Doom are the line, the vertice, and the sector. Okay, these are the basic things that you need to know to make a Doom map. A sector has to be composed of 3 or more lines because you can't have a sector with 2 lines. It's impossible. If I drag this here, it's just going to become 1 line. So to make a sector, you need at least 3 lines, just like you to make a geometric figure. And this is the basics. This is the grid also. I'm going to delete this. This is the grid, and the grid is divided into squares, right? You can see that there are a lot of squares here. And each square has the size that is represented here in the bottom. You see, 16 MP. MP means megapixels, I think, or map units, because each map unit is like a pixel. It's map pixels, maybe. And the grid size, you can change it here, right? Or you can set up a little shortcut. I set up increase grid size to Control Shift scroll up, and decrease grid size to Control Shift scroll down. And you can see that there are some blue squares here, right? Like this. This blue square is the 64 by 64 square. And why is this blue square important? Because this is how the flats align. Flats are the floor textures of Doom. So for example, let me choose this flat 22 here. You see how it's perfectly aligned? If I move this sector, the flat is not going to be perfectly aligned anymore. So if I put it here, do you see? So if I change it, it's not going to be aligned anymore because the flats need to be aligned to the grid. This is true for boom format and MDF format, MBF21 format. All of these old school formats, they don't have like alignment of floors and ceilings, which is a limitation that I enjoy because I like to be a little constrained about limitations. And so I have to think of things beforehand. For example, so if I wanted to make a room here, and I want this to be a teleporter, I will have to think the shape of the room before. I can't just, I can't do this because this is not a good looking teleporter. You see? To go into visual mode, I just press Q and I go into visual mode. But this is why it's important to pay attention to the blue squares. You can also change the way it works if you go to Tools, Preferences, Appearance. You can change the colors of everything here. For example, you can make the vertices purple or pink. You can make the common lines gray. You can make the block grid lines dark green. Everything here is customizable, UDB allows for great customizability. So the one who defines your user experience is going to be you. I actually really like this combo. Event lines are the ones that we're going to see more about this in the future, but event lines are basically the ones that link line defs to sectors. Okay, so this is the basic tutorial on how to understand the grid, basically. Next time we're going to learn how to create a map and we're going to start drawing. So thank you for watching and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.